Hi, my name is Maya, and today we're making Philly cheesesteaks. So these are the vegetable ingredients that we're going to be using, and these are the basic Philly cheesesteak vegetables. Feel free to leave any of these out. So if I sound weird, it's because, well, you wouldn't know if I sounded weird or not, because this is the first video where I'm talking. But anyway, I'm recording this first thing in the morning. It's raining outside and I don't have anywhere to go. So I figured let's be productive. Alright, so for this recipe, I am using 1 bell pepper, and I'm just cutting the bell pepper into sections. I'm cutting the white pieces out, and I'm gonna rinse the seeds out and then cut them into strips. So I want to apologize. It is raining and thundering outside, so you may or may not hear it, but I just want to apologize if you do. So I'm using 1 whole small onion, and I'm not going to do much to these, just cutting them like this because they will break apart into smaller strands because onions have layers. So with these mushrooms, they were on their way out the door, as you can see. They're a little brown and they were a little soft, so it was kind of difficult to cut, but they were perfect. They weren't perfect. They were fine for the sandwiches. They weren't too bad, so it worked out fine. They were delicious. Okay, so I am using extra virgin olive oil, or EVOO if you watch Rachel Ray. And I'm just putting a little bit of this in a hot pan to get ready to saute my vegetables. As I'm adding the onions in, I'm breaking them apart with my fingers. I'm continuing to break them apart with the spatula. I don't want these to be as detectable, and as they continue to cook, they're going to get softer and caramelize more and more. So right now, I just want to get them more of a translucent color. And once they become translucent, I'm going to add my bell peppers in. So my vegetables are going to continue to cook later once I add them to the steak. But right now I'm just checking to see how cooked the bell peppers are. I still like to have a bit of a bite to my bell peppers. So at this stage, I want them to still have a crunch, but I want them to be able to bend a little bit, so just a little bit softer. And as you can see, the onion is still cooking and caramelizing, which is why I put those in first. I put the mushrooms in last because those are going to cook the fastest. I'm ensuring that everything is being coated with the oil and that everything is having a chance to cook and incorporate evenly. So this is looking pretty good, and I'm going to transfer it into a bowl. So this is the steak that I'm using. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or expensive. You don't need expensive meat to make a really good Philly cheesesteak. Of course, you know that the more expensive, the better quality, but these are still really good, and it's easily accessible to everyone. So I added more oil to the pan, and I added my portion of meat, and these are going to make 2 cheesesteaks at a time, and the whole recipe makes 4 cheesesteaks. And I did salt and pepper my meat, and I'm just breaking it apart like I did with the onions, because you don't want big chunks of meat either. You want it to kind of stay shredded. So now I'm adding the desired amount of vegetables to the pan, and like I said, the vegetables are going to continue to cook in the pan with the meat, which is why I didn't cook them as much as I wanted to because they would be cooking more at this stage. So we're almost at the end. This is the point where I add the cheese, and I just separate the two portions of meat and I form them into a log shape, into the shape of the sandwich. And then I add my sliced cheese, which is provolone. I use 2 slices of cheese for each sandwich. Add a little bit of water to the pan to help it steam, and then cover it with the top. And let that cheese get all melty and gooey. So for the bread, I just used some hard rolls from out of my grocery store's bakery. It's a firmer roll and it's chewy, which is the kind of bread that I like for my Philly cheesesteaks. I think it just holds everything together well, and it can take a lot of moisture without becoming soggy. And so I just smear mayonnaise on my rolls and just fill it up with the Philly cheesesteak filling. So mayonnaise might sound weird to add, but the way the creaminess it mixes with the sauce from the pan, it just tastes so good. You have to trust me. And this is the Philly cheesesteak. Let me bring you a little closer so you can see better. Alright, so I just ate mine with some salt and vinegar chips. Nothing fancy. I think vinegar goes great with this sandwich. And we're going to give it a taste test. And we get the thumbs up of approval. So thanks for watching. I really do hope that everyone tries this recipe and that everyone is safe and doing well and living your best life as best as you can right now. So thanks for watching, and I will see everyone later. Bye.